We're live. Welcome back. Outside Minds podcast. Because you've already seen too much, bro.
They only added it so it could be like a ritual.
They're saying there's these, the end of times, right? There's all these signs.
Do you think we would know? Like, do you think the general public would know this game?
Take a picture for $5.
You have a purpose in life, and if you don't fulfill it, you will come back until you fulfill it.
Welcome back to another episode of the Outside Minds podcast. I'm your host and creator, Stilo Free. This is the other host and creator,
.420.
And first of all, I gotta give a shout out to the motherfucking LA Dodgers. You know what it is. We win. We win. Fuck Toronto. Fuck the Blue Jays.
The Blue Gays.
So, what do you think, bro? Do you think our witchcraft was stronger than Toronto's witchcraft?
Oh, for sure. The Masons were at it hard.
Yeah, bro. I was thinking about that. I was like, if black magic is real and it exists, obviously because it does, they have to be doing all that in like sports and stuff, especially at the highest level, especially because they do it in like media and media and music and stuff.
I mean, you gotta
like
think
that.
of like they think of it as like energy, right? Energy is the currency. So with all those people watching those type of events, there has to be some sort of magic going on because energy is currency.
Yeah, especially because there was just so many moments of like, I wanted to say it was rigged because it seemed so rigged. But
Like the challenges, right? Like challenging plays.
It was kind of like more like in a video game when you're playing a level and you know that you're not going to be able to beat the boss on that level because you beat him later, and then no matter what you do, like you lose and shit. It kind of gave like that vibe where it was like no matter what they were going to do, like we were just going to score like a home run or just win like 4 games and win the whole thing. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But there was so many things that made that happen, like just like certain like random home runs from like
random
Rojas
hits,
or like stuff like that. So man, it makes you wonder like what kind of magic are they doing behind the scenes? You know what I'm saying? Especially because we talked about last year. If you guys go to last year around the same time when the Dodgers won last year, like we said, we did an episode last year, and that's why we got this Freddie Freeman right here. You know what I'm saying? Because this was the 2003 season Freddie Freeman bobblehead, and last year 2024, when it was I forget, it probably must have been game 2, bro. Bases loaded, bro.
Same thing that happened this year, right?
Yeah. He did get a game saving homer this year, but yeah, we put this on the little table. That one when he had the walk-off grand slam last year, and boom, it's been good luck with that ever since. So we have like our little superstitious good luck thing.
For sure.
A lot of baseball people do that, you know what I'm saying? Which, makes sense because it's such a, like I said, it's such a, it's kind of like chess in that way, you know what I'm saying? It's a very
slow
strategic
pace, strategic pace.
Yeah, exactly. Slow pace. And so there's a lot of superstitions that go with this. So my superstition was when I wore this hat, bro, it was like game 1 or something like that, bro. Like when we were playing the Phillies, I was wearing the black hat, the Ohtani hat, but I wore this one game 1 and we got our ass whooped, bro. And I'm like, fuck, bro, I have to
You're like,
keep
this is my fault right now.
Bro, that's how I felt. I was like, I gotta keep wearing the black one.
Yeah.
And then during the games, I would be working out in the garage and I would be listening to AM 570. And then when we went up to bat, I would go in and I would watch us bat. But when we were pitching, I would be
back
outside
out there
in the garage. Yeah, so I was doing that. And that was happening during, I think, game 4 when it went like 18 innings.
Yeah,
bro.
that was insane.
I just
ended at midnight or something. yeah,
bro,
it was crazy.
I'm going to just keep doing this. So I was just doing that the rest of the series. I was just like, I wasn't watching us when we were pitching, but when we were up to bat, I would go inside the house and watch. So, congratulations, LA. Congratulations to the Dodgers. You know what I'm saying? We got more stuff to talk about. We got this video,
Bro, what's wrong with people?
I couldn't wait till weird news to show this. It was just this video of this substitute teacher that got fired on her first day.
And I can attest that anybody can be a substitute teacher because I was once one for LAUSD.
Really?
Yeah. I was a substitute teacher's assistant for LAUSD, bro. Yeah, exactly. But I was for ages, ages 2 to 6 or something. It was like after they were potty trained, but before they went to elementary, so preschool.
There was okay, for context, it was this substitute teacher. You're gonna see why it's so funny in the video. But she's just like dressed like a kid. She's trying to blend in with the kids. She's recording them on her TikTok. She makes a TikTok video and she gets fired on her first day. But we're gonna check it out. But for context, I was saying that for context, but a lot of people, including me, said that they knew it was some bullshit as soon as they saw her lunch, bro. As soon as they seen the shareable bag of her
Skittles,
of her breakfast, a little breakfast.
Were they the sour Skittles?
Yeah, it was a shareable bag of sour Skittles, and right
gosh.
behind that was a Lunchable. And it was like,
Well,
bro,
it fits her. She looks like a 12-year-old boy.
Bro, this I feel like is a case of arrested development, bro.
Oh yeah,
she's
yeah.
seeking validation from high school kids because she never got the validation.
She was never,
in high school.
she always felt like she was never popular, maybe.
Yeah.
Didn't have those cool friends, wasn't part of the cool crowd, so now she has to be the cool person at the school.
Yeah, so that's probably why she feels like what she did wasn't wrong.
Yeah.
Just like, bro, like you got.
She's like,
fired
I'm
for
amongst my peers. No, those are kids. Just because you look like a kid doesn't mean it's your peers.
Yeah. We got a new hustle unlocked. I'm a school teacher now. Little breakfast. Let's get the day rolling. Who would have ever thought?
Little breakfast.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Have a good day. Today was really a breeze. My kids ain't had to do too much, man. I really, to be honest, I let them do whatever they want to do. Yes, I'm that type of teacher.
Who puts these timestamps? Like, that's retarded.
She did.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, who does this? Like, you recorded that in 5 minutes and you put an hour and a half timestamp through it. That's insane.
No, I think she was filming content for an hour and a half, bro. Did I go from 10:30 to 11:45? 10:15.
Bro,
11:45. She's fake teaching
insane.
For an hour.
Took me a little lunch break.
2 hours. Took me a little lunch break.
Hey, stay bound. Okay, then. Damn, shorty. Sheesh. Man, I gotta get up out these school kids trying to take me down, man. Then I look so young, I look like one of them.
That's crazy.
You know, my little free time, I had to go out there and give me some little content. Little feet check. Really just a chill feet today. If y'all knew it was up to me, I would have been rough fine head to toe. Yeah, I know I ain't lying. But they did have a pep rally and came clutch. And that was the typical day.
She really had to sit there and do a voiceover
She
later.
Didn't do anything except fucking bullshit, bro.
Just record herself walking through a
did
school, like
content
just a little content, little feet check. What's wrong with people? How do these people get hired?
I don't know, bro.
Literally, the qualifications are nothing. Just don't be a felon. That's all it is.
She should be a felon now. And in her other videos, she's wearing boxers with a strap on underneath. You could see a bulge under her boxers, bro, on TikTok, bro.
And she's just blatantly recording these children. Like I said, I don't care if you look like a 12-year-old boy. These are children you're recording. You can't be doing that.
Nah, the weirdest thing was that the girl who was in that video where she was like, "Damn, shawty."
Yeah,
she was recording a video of her saying that she was getting bullied by other kids in the school because it had blown up or whatever.
Wow.
And she was saying like, yeah, some people know who she is. Like, I guess she's like has like a lot of followers, but I know who she is because she be coming to my job. And
that's
like,
creepy,
bro. Like,
that's creepy.
If she's coming to that girl's job, bro, she knows definitely where that girl goes to school.
Yeah,
and definitely went to get a job.
And what she say in the video? These kids are trying to get me or something. I gotta get out of here. They're trying to take me down. I look like them. Yeah, like what? That's
said,
weird,
damn,
bro. Damn, shawty. Insane.
That was all bad. Okay, so that was just a little bit of weird news we wanted to trip out on. Go Dodgers. We're glad that substitute teacher got fired. But shout out to 6G Agenda Podcast. He's doing his little victory lap right now. You know what I'm saying?
He's doing his thing. Shout out Andrew.
He went on to Tinfoil Hat. Go check that out. Tinfoil Hat Podcast. 6G Agenda. It was dope. We were supposed to have him on with the Swapcast this week, but unfortunately I think it got pushed back to next week. So we dug in to the rabbit holes and we grabbed one Denver International Airport. What do you know about this one? Just off top, bro.
Yeah, so that last one was DEI. This one's DIA. So the Denver International Airport, it started to have all these kind of occult symbols, like hidden agenda, end of the world symbols, and like the more people talked about it, the more they fed into it and started playing with it, and they started going on purpose with it and putting more blatant stuff. But
so that's your take on it.
That's literally what happened.
Well, I know that they put the little fucking talking gargoyle statues there to be like make jokes about it. And all that kind of stuff. Like, welcome to the inner Illuminati headquarters. The Denver airport.
Yeah, they started playing into it after everyone started talking about what could be there, and then they were like, okay, we'll just play into it, and so they started adding more pictures and more like subliminal things where it's like it could be real, but also they could be playing with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's super interesting.
Denver International Airport, or DIA, is one of the most controversial airports in the world. From hidden tunnels and secret societies to a horse statue that literally killed its creator.
Yep.
DIA has fueled decades of conspiracy theories. It's built to replace Stapleton Airport in 1995, but from day one, rumors claimed it was more than just an airport. Maybe a government bunker, a secret Masonic base, or even a post-apocalyptic headquarters.
Yeah, so like I said, I went there.
Oh, you went in that bitch?
Yeah,
I'm telling you, bro. Todd is CIA, bro.
me and Urs went. So when we went to Mardi Gras in 2016, on the way back, I got us a layover for like 6 hours in Denver on purpose because that's when we just became legal. 2016. So we're like, all right, cool. We got off at the Denver International Airport and we caught the cab to the nearest dispensary. But like coming back in, it's the biggest airport, the most crazy, confusing airport I've been in. It'd take you probably days to get across the whole thing because you have to take trams that go underground from one building to another. Like, there's no way you can get over there unless you go underground in these trams and stuff. It's super huge. It's super crazy. And since then, they've expanded it even more because that was almost 10 years ago already. Yeah, it was one of the biggest airports for sure. I think maybe the biggest.
One of the first things that people kind of they always say that it has like a swastika-shaped runway. The famous theory, DIA's runways resemble a swastika from an aerial view. But the design was really meant to allow planes to take off in multiple directions depending on the wind, but many note that the shape is strikingly similar to a swastika. What do you think of that? I always see that picture and I was like, I guess it kind of looks like a swastika, I guess, a little bit.
Yeah, I think people just try a little too hard on that one.
Yeah.
Because you could kind of make any street formation look like a swastika.
I think the thing that fueled that was these murals we're going to look at in a little bit with like the obvious like a Nazi Hitler kind of looking guy with a big sword and stuff like that. But one of the more kind of things that make this whole thing make this whole conspiracy kind of have more credibility and stuff like that is the underground base theories.
Yes.
Reportedly, enough earth was excavated to build a tunnel all the way to the Cheyenne Mountain, home to NORAD, the Continuity of Government base. Basically, this is like one of those bases where like if something crazy is gonna happen, bro, like they send like everybody to this base because it's like, I guess it's like in like a mountain or something like that, and then they have all kinds of like, you know what I'm saying, like blast doors, storage facilities, and like I guess like a place to survive like if something happens. Like,
and this was the first airport to have their luggage system where they're in control of it, because usually like the airport companies will be in charge of luggage, but they have their own automated system, so they're in charge of the luggage, so they're paying for it instead of like the airlines, because they have their own system. It was the first to do that.
Yeah, and that was their argument too, was that they were building this whole underground system, but apparently the original underground advanced baggage system it ended up not working.
Yes.
So supposedly they abandoned it.
Yeah. So
supposedly like there's this whole like system of tunnels and this whole underground layer that supposedly is abandoned because it doesn't work.
Yep.
The official story, these were meant for the underground tunnels were meant for an advanced baggage system.
And it was controlled by the government.
Yeah. but conspiracy theorists believe it's actually a bunker or underground city. Phil Snyder, a government engineer who was known to work on deep underground military bases, worked on the airport when it was being built. He claimed that DIA was 8 levels deep, not 6. He alleged it was connected to a nationwide underground base network, and he later became a whistleblower speaking about deep underground military bases, and he was found unalived in 1996, officially ruled a suicide, but the circumstances were highly suspicious.
Typical for your average whistleblower, right?
Yeah.
Weird circumstances for a death. But yeah, I mean...
And he was talking about this in the 90s, bro.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it was... When was it founded? 96 or something like that? It was one of the newer airports because Denver wasn't the main hub. It was... Where was it? Stapleton or whatever?
Yeah, Stapleton or something
like
that.
Yeah, Stapleton. So I think the government had a plan just even way before, you know?
Do you think they have a long-ass tunnel all the way to...
Multiple.
You think so? All the way over the country?
Multiple.
Damn.
For sure. That's like Elon Musk and his Boring Company, you know, drilling these big ass holes into the earth.
Well, so check this out. In 2011, there was a comet. Comet Elenin was predicted to hit Earth in 2011. Rumors spread that instead of being taken to Cheyenne Mountain, President Obama was flown to DIA. The theory is that DIA was designed as a continuity base, sort of like how we talked about with Cheyenne Mountain.
Yeah.
So it's like, why, if you have this right here, are they going to take you right here?
Right
instead?
here, yeah,
You know
exactly.
And they were saying...
Must be something better right there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because there was this thing outside of Washington. It was like under some hotel they built. Like I forgot what it was called. It was in the documentary on the Y-Files. But it was like an underground military station or something like that, like underneath a hospital or a hotel or something like that. And it was fully serviced, and no one even knew about it in the hotel upstairs. But they didn't know about it until the public found out about it in like 1993, and that was right before DIA was built.
That was
you know what I'm
built,
saying?
yeah.
Yeah. So let's see. Oh, this is the statue,
yeah.
bro. Okay, so what do you know about the statue, bro?
Yeah, I know that the artist and designer was actually killed by it in the process of making it, which is insane. But yeah, Bluecifer is
That's
the name.
crazy.
Yeah,
That's the craziest ghost story. How much do you think he was commissioned to make that, bro? It had to be the Masons that commissioned him to make. Like,
I'm sure. I don't know how much. I'm sure it was worth it.
This is
life.
This is one of the, oh my.
Yeah,
this
32
is one of the
feet
first
tall.
things you hear about with the swastika thing. This is one of the first things you hear about the conspiracy theory, but this is one of the true ones. You know what I'm saying? Instead of it being a swastika.
No, yeah.
Standing tall outside the Denver International Airport is one of the most unsettling public art pieces in America. A 32-foot tall, 9,000-pound electric blue horse with glowing red eyes, known to locals as Bluecifer.
Yep.
Officially titled Blue Mustang, the statue was created by artist Luis Jimenez, whose own blood quite literally became part of its legend. In 2006, while finishing the sculpture in his New Mexico studio, a massive section broke loose and severed an artery in his leg, killing him before the work was even completed. The airport still installed the sculpture posthumously in 2008, and ever since, travelers have whispered about its ominous presence, a demonic-looking guardian marking the gateway to one of the world's most conspiracy-filled airports.
Yep.
Some say its fiery red eyes symbolize the horse of the apocalypse. Others claim it's a nod to the Illuminati or the four horsemen that usher in the end of days. Whatever its true meaning, Bluecifer has become an icon of DIA's darker reputation, a perfect blend of public art, urban myth, and tragic lore that looms over Denver's plains like a warning written in fiberglass and light.
It's a perfect story for a ritual conspiracy, tied place. Like, just for some shit to go down there, that's a perfect story. Like,
my whole take on it isn't that I think if there's a bunch of Freemasons that are funding this airport, I think they're kind of taking advantage of the idea that people are like all scared, like, oh, the end of days and the Bible and stuff like that, and just like throwing just this stuff here and there just to keep people like in like a fear state. And the cool part about the whole, like, because there's a whole capstone thing we're going to talk about with the little Mason symbol on it and stuff, it reminded me of the Georgia Stones, which we're also going to talk about, bro. Remember those
the Guidestones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, Bluecifer, bro.
Bluecifer.
What if you were working on a statue and it severed your leg?
It's like, I'm gonna injure your leg, but it's gonna be so severe you're gonna die.
Bro, you got 5 minutes left to live. What are you gonna be saying, bro?
Hail Satan. I'll be screaming because it's gonna hurt. I wouldn't be able to think.
So these
My leg.
these pieces of art are the other ones that kind of like made me, when you learn about this conspiracy, these ones are the ones that look super crazy with like the Nazi soldier and stuff like that. What do you know about these murals, bro? Do you know about them at all?
No,
Have
I
you
didn't.
seen them? Oh, you never seen these murals, bro?
I've seen them, but I
Okay.
haven't looked into who painted them or a story behind them. No.
Yeah, so Leo Tanguma, he has I think there's 4 murals, there might be more. Set of murals, and they just have like this weird Nazi looking guy just like taking down like all the kids of the world and stuff like that. And then they have him like in this forest and then like finding this plant. I don't know if it's like a mushroom type plant.
It's a psychedelic New World Order
Yeah,
agenda type thing, take over the world type
So
shit.
we're gonna check them out right here. This
Yeah.
is the first one, bro. I tried to put them in order. I think it's in order. This one is like the beginning of the rainbow, I guess. But you have this. How would you describe this Nazi guy and like this kind of like this?
It's a soldier.
It's a soldier.
Yeah.
He has this sick ass gun, bro, and a gas mask on.
Sick ass
and he's
blade.
like, and from behind him, there's like a bunch of like dying people and starving people, mothers holding their kids and stuff like that, looking in distress. And then like right next to him, he's like chopping down like these kids,
And
bro.
there's 2 doves flying away.
What is
the
this?
rainbow behind him.
Yeah, he's chopping down these doves.
Yeah.
Bro. You got this guy that's just looking at the piece.
He's
right
like,
here.
what is this?
What, bro? I need to get out of Denver.
And look how tall it is. Like, it's probably like a 9-foot painting by 15 feet. Like, that's pretty big.
Bro, he had to been commissioned for these, and he did at least 4 of them, bro. And these are like the height of two regular male people, bro. That's probably a 20-foot tall mural, bro. 20 by 30 feet, probably.
It wasn't necessarily commissioned. He could have just painted it and then they bought it.
That's true.
Then
How much time you think he spent on all this?
months.
Fuck, bro. We're gonna go to number 2 right now. How would you describe that, bro?
It's
That's
just
intense.
a DMT trip. Nature and fire and trippy and spirits and
Yeah, you got these
know?
this wild rainforest burning down in the background. In
A
the
whale.
foreground, you
There's
got
a
all
whale
these children
fucking-
of the world, the ones that were being harassed by that Nazi guy, I guess. They kind of seem similar. Like, you got these indigenous kids. One of them is holding like this Aztec tablet right here. You know what I'm
Is
saying?
that like a
There's-
jaguar, a cheetah across? That's laying down.
Yeah, leopard or something like
Leopard,
that.
One of those.
And then you
Not
got
a jaguar, but
you got
leopard or
this
cheetah.
little turtle in captivity right here.
Yeah.
And then beneath them, what are these right here, bro? You got these coffins, bro. If you guys if you guys are listening to this,
Go
if you
check
guys
out those
can,
pictures.
check us out on YouTube, man, because
Yeah.
this kind of episode is gonna be kind of hard to. Or look at the Leo Tanguma murals.
Yeah, just pull up the pictures. You'll know which ones we're talking
Children
about.
of the world dream of peace.
Yeah.
And in peace and harmony with nature are the 2 main ones, but there's 4 of them we're looking at. So you got some of these animals in captivity. It looks like some of them are in like taxidermy.
Yeah, there's
like
a fucking
museum.
whale, bro.
Some
And
of
a
them,
penguin.
they're holding,
Is that a
like,
penguin?
Museum exhibits. That is a penguin, bro.
Is he in an ice cube? Oh, in a
No,
box.
it's like a
museum
museum
like an exhibit.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
But yeah, beneath all this, like I was saying, they have like this indigenous mom in a coffin, and you got this white girl in a coffin right here too, and then like this, I don't know, like Haitian or like indigenous African looking person
some
in
drums.
a coffin, bro. Like, this is some demented shit, bro. This guy who painted these murals was like severely mentally disturbed, I think, when he came up
It's
with
like
these.
it's like a balance. It's life and death. It's kind
Yeah,
of like what goes.
that's true.
It's rebirth almost.
Yeah.
It's destruction and life at the same time.
Damn. Way to point that out.
It is.
Masonic symbolism,
Yeah.
bro. Esoteric symbolism.
It's the
Life
it's the
is
rebirth.
death is rebirth. You're
Uh-huh.
right. Damn. On point, bro. Outside Minds podcast. 10 points for Todd. He's been to this airport. Did you see any of this art when you went there?
But it was 2016, and I wasn't deep into conspiracies at the time, so maybe, but
maybe you saw the horse.
I for sure seen the horse, but I wasn't registering anything as symbolism. You know what I mean?
Did you stare into his eyes?
Probably. I probably made an offering or something.
Okay, we're gonna look at the third one. The third one is kind of a little bit more happy. I don't know if this is after the last one, but it looks like on one of them they defeated the big Nazi guy. But on this one, it's kind of like they got this.
It's like the Last Supper almost.
Yeah. Like this psychedelic plant in the middle of everyone. You got the little indigenous Indian girl, and then you got the little Asian
and
kid.
there's
It looks
like 3 different like paths. It looks like behind them. Like,
yeah,
there's
you
a
got
desert, the rainforest, and the hills,
yeah,
like mountains,
you got the ocean, yeah,
and the ocean all the way on the end. Yeah, it's like different ways.
All these parts of the world where these kids of the world are coming together, and they're about to eat this psychedelic plant and trip. There's probably some DMT in there, bro.
Remember I said the first one kind of looked like a DMT trip.
Yeah, because the reason I say that, bro, that might be ayahuasca, bro.
Well, that's DMT is ayahuasca.
Yeah.
The same thing.
Because it's rainbow.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the chakras.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of when I saw the other one.
Damn, bro.
It's like they did a ceremony.
In balance and harmony with nature.
Yeah, because that's exactly what doing DMT does. It gets you one with nature.
Damn, bro.
That could have been inspired by a trip,
If you could bet your life savings on whether or not this artist did psychedelics, would you bet yes or no?
100%.
This oh god damn!
What the hell?
Show this to one of those
Is
guys
this
on
me?
the street.
I know this guy.
We've been watching those brain rot videos where this guy he just goes up to random people on the street and shows them like brain rot pictures.
It's the funniest thing ever.
Oh man!
What the hell?
That, man?
Why are you showing me this?
Yesterday, huh? A crow with human feet. That's how I feel looking at these pictures, man.
Is that a donkey?
Okay, so we have this other one, bro, where it looks like they came together, bro. And do they have like an anvil in the middle or something? I don't know what this is in the middle, bro. But they have like, looks like all these swords and stuff like that wrapped in their flags and stuff like that. You got the UK flag, you got the American flag right there. They got all these weapons and stuff like that. Oh, Israel and Palestine together, bro. Oh shit. Peace.
Yep.
And you got the 2 doves right there that this guy was trying to kill. They got the little Nazi guy. He's defeated.
The Nazis
finally.
defeated. Yep.
Yeah, and this is the other end of the rainbow, I'm guessing. So that's why I think, violence, war, hate, they defeated it. They all came together
with
and
peace.
They put the Palestinians and the Israelites together. They put our flag with, I think that's the French flag. They put the UK flag, I think, with the Ireland flag. Damn, and they all came together, bro, and they defeated Hitler. It looks like I fuck with this right here, bro. I really like this. This was the one they should have fucking left it at this one, bro. I think everyone would have been like, I fuck with this. They don't need to have any kind of weird panic attacks or fever dreams while they're boarding their fucking Denver to Jamaica flight.
You need the nerves to
bro,
be riled
I'm trying to go on
up.
vacation, bro. I'm not trying to
overthink my stay.
Dream of the New World Order. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that was crazy. Okay, so what else do we got, bro? This is one of the things that kicked it all off, bro. Is and we're gonna talk about more Freemason stuff next week with 6G Agenda, but you have the real Freemason connection on the dedication stone. So actually, I think the airport opened in 1995, but they have this dedication stone that's marked March 1994, 1 year before it opens, and on it is a Freemason symbol. And the people who dedicated this it's like a time capsule or something like that. It's the New World Airport Commission. And apparently when people do the research on stuff like that, no such organization
existed, yeah.
But I was watching, I think it was the Y-Files, and they were saying that I guess this was an organization, but it was just like an organization that just got created just to fucking fund the capstone. So what it really sounds like and looks like is like a bunch of Masons got together and they're like, all right, for sure, like, what are we gonna call ourselves? Fucking put in this, this little
we
time
had to
capsule
put a
right
title
here for
on
Denver.
it.
And the guy at the time who was there to dedicate it was the mayor, and the mayor was also a Freemason. So it was just a bunch of people that got together and like, all right, we're gonna call ourselves the New World Airport Commission and fucking dedicate this time capsule. And freak everyone out with fucking New World Order murals.
I think it's the ultimate troll stuff, like, but with truth. You know what I mean? It's like it's kind of like Revelation of the Method. It's like, here it is. This is real, but we're gonna play onto the conspiracies so you think it's not real. But at the same time, you're gonna soak it in.
Yeah, because the more I look into Freemasonry, it's like I always say, it's all about consciousness and reading the Bible to get different layers of it. So if they know the population is stuck on just the physical layer of the Bible, they're going to use those things from like, Revelation and stuff like that to scare people. When in reality, Revelation just means like apocalypse, which is like Revelations revealing something. Like
it's just showing you what's going to happen or how it's going to happen.
Exactly. So let's see what else we got here. The automated baggage system was a technological disaster. Cost hundreds of millions, but never worked correctly.
That's what I was talking about earlier, right?
That. Yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Boom, boom, boom. Did you hear about the 5 buildings that they built 5 buildings, and a bunch of them were super deep. I think one of them was like at least 75 feet deep or whatever. But they built all these buildings, and they were like, oh, we put these here by accident, so we're just going to build on top of them.
On accident?
Yeah, bro. So it's like, just stuff like that just gives credence to the fact that, bro, this has to be like a military base.
I'm telling you, like, when I was in there and we went down and then got on a tram underground and go fast, it's insane because you have to cover ground to go fast. You know what I mean? So for us to be underground and covering ground pretty fast, it could only imagine what the fuck else is under there, right? Because we're going fast and far in a little road. What else is around there? Because we're in a little tunnel going fast.
Yeah, and I heard they got phones everywhere, bro, just in case you get lost in there, bro.
Like I said, it'll take you days to get across that bitch. You will get lost. It's like, it's not LAX where you're just going to get dropped off and go right to your gate. No, you got to go take a tram from here to there, and then take this from there to like, it's crazy. It's insane.
So do you think it's more military, or do you think it's more government, or both?
Well, it's the same thing, I think. But there's probably a sector that's for the elites,
Yeah. And I was just watching yesterday when I was working out 2012. Remember that fucking movie?
No.
You never seen 2012? It's about the end of it's like the apocalypse, like the literal end of the world, where like fucking
maybe
like,
I don't know.
They have like a bunch of fucking like it's like in China or something like that in the mountains, and they have all these things called arcs, and they're these.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
and they're flying everybody right there. Yeah. That was a crazy ass movie.
Yeah.
Okay, so the reason why I want to talk about this next topic is because of the whole like capstone with the Freemasons and stuff like that. Because right now, what we're gonna talk about is the Georgia Guidestones, bro. I think we talked about them, but we never.
Didn't they destroy these after? They got
a few years ago.
Someone blew them up, and then they excavated it after, right?
Oh, they excavated it?
Yeah, they like completely tore it down.
Hey, because I think they had a time capsule too, didn't it?
I don't know.
Let's see. When did they get? Oh, they got built in 1980. So these were built before the Denver airport. And I don't know. Okay, so let's get into it.
Yeah, RC. So like, yeah, this is what I was gonna bring up, the Rosicrucians. So RC Christian, like Rosicrucians and Christians. You know what I mean? The symbols in the name of the author or the artist.
So, located in Elbert County, Georgia, this granite monument stood for over 40 years before it was destroyed in 2022. It was often called America's Stonehenge, both for its scale and for its strange astronomical and philosophical design. Built in 1980, commissioned by a man under the pseudonym R.C. Christian, a clear reference many believe connects to the Rosicrucians. Rosy Cross, they call themselves Rosy Cross Christian, a secret esoteric order associated with Freemasonry and Enlightenment philosophy. The true identity of R.C. Christian has never been confirmed. So apparently only the president of the Alberton Granite Company and his banker knew who he was, and both took the secret to the graves. They must have got paid a pretty penny, bro. Like, hey, bro, you about to get this fucking $5 million check, bro, to fucking build this fucking $1 million project. You not finna say shit, bro.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like just like there's just like some Rosicrucians or Freemasons, just like, and just,
I
doing
bet you
little
it was.
treasure
I
hunts,
bet you it
trolling.
wasn't just one person. It's
Oh, yeah,
it's kind
absolutely,
of like
absolutely.
what's his name, right? The world is a stage. What's his name?
Shakespeare.
Shakespeare.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's like
yeah.
that a Shakespeare type thing.
Yeah. The Christians said the group behind the stones wanted to remain anonymous and represented a small group of loyal Americans who seek the age of reason. Definitely sounds like some Rosicrucians,
New Age, New World Order shit.
Boom, boom, boom. The strangest part about the monument was the seemingly apocalyptic 10 commandments written on the stones. Many viewed these as post-apocalyptic commandments meant for rebuilding civilization after a global collapse. They were written in a few different languages, including English, Spanish, Swahili, Hindu, Hebrew, Arabic, Chinese, and Russian. So these are the commandments. Maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. That's another thing that connects to this, bro. The balance with nature.
Yeah,
That's crazy. Guide reproduction wisely, improving fitness and diversity. Unite humanity with a new living language. Rule, passion, faith, tradition, and all things with tempered reason. Number 5, protect people and nations with fair laws and just courts. Number 6, let all nations rule internally, resolving external disputes in a world court. Number 7, avoid petty laws and useless officials. Number 8, balance personal rights with social duties. Number 9, prize truth, beauty, love, seeking harmony with the infinite. Number 10, be not a cancer to the earth, leave room for nature. The crazy thing I heard about like in all the times they wrote this, they wrote rule number 10 twice. Be not a cancer on the earth, leave room for nature. I could just be misremembering it though. Some people view these as post-apocalyptic commandments meant for rebuilding civilization after a global collapse. Others saw them as evidence of population control or New World Order agenda. The use of 8 world languages symbolize global unity or, depending on interpretation, centralized world governments. That one world government, baby, gang, gang.
Gang, gang.
I don't know,
The
bro.
NWO.
Damn, it kind of does seem like both of these stories kind of have like that.
The similar like two factors that make it the same story.
Something's gonna happen, and we got to keep a balance with nature and stuff like that. The other thing about this one though was the astronomical and architectural design. The Guidestones were carefully aligned with celestial events, echoing ancient megalithic monuments like Stonehenge. A hole drilled in the center pillar aligned with the North Star. A slot cut in another stone aligned with sunrise during solstices and equinoxes. A capstone allowed sunlight to shine through a small opening at noon, illuminating the day's date on an inscription. Below. These alignments show a deep understanding of astronomy and ancient sacred geometry, suggesting that the builders were highly educated and intentional in design. Adds to speculation that the monument's creators had occult or esoteric knowledge. Oh yeah, they did. You know
For sure. It wasn't random.
Yeah, the monument's theme centered on balance between humanity and nature, just like the airport. But its tone, especially the population cap, sparked fear of elitist or eugenics-based ideology. You remember when it got destroyed, 2020?
Yeah.
Damn,
That's what I was talking. That's
bro.
what I was talking about when I said they it was damaged and then they destroyed the rest of it because of safety reasons.
July 2026, an explosion destroyed one of the Guidestones, leading authorities to demolish the rest for safety reasons. The culprit was never found, but the event fueled even more speculation. Some claim it was an inside job to erase symbolic evidence of elite plans. Like, we don't need this no more.
we gave them the clues. If they didn't write it down or do anything with it, that's their fault. Destroy it.
Whether as seen as a warning, prophecy, or blueprint, the Georgia Guidestones embodied the same themes as we see in the Denver airport: hidden sponsors, secret societies, apocalyptic symbolism, and a fascination with guiding humanity through catastrophe. The question remains, were these monuments simply eccentric art projects or coded messages from those shaping the next chapter of civilization?
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, damn.
Insane.
I knew something was telling me to put those two topics together, bro. Because
Yeah, they lined up perfect. That's pretty good. That was pretty good. Good pull.
Yeah, bro.
But yeah, it's crazy that I've been to the Denver airport, but like I said, this was before I was, into these conspiracies. It's 2016.
Yeah.
But even at the time, you can't deny the wonders of the place. It's like when you're walking around, you're like, where am I? It's like the biggest world mall you've been to.
Yeah.
It's like it looked like an entertainment center, like an amusement park indoors. Like that's how big it was and how vibrant and like, like you can spend a day in there. It'd be like you went to Disneyland almost. Like there's stores everywhere. There's people. Like it's popping. It's like a mall, but like a super mall.
We should go, bro, just to go look at the symbolism.
No, I'm super down. We can do what I
I'm
did.
sure they got fucking Illuminati tours and shit.
We can do what I did with me and Urs. Like we didn't go there because we were going to Denver. We went to Louisiana.
Oh, it was a layover,
and then I was like, you know what? Denver just made weed legal, and they got that big ass airport. Let's go there. So I did it on purpose to go there, but I wasn't too familiar with conspiracies. I think it was kind of maybe the universe was telling me like, this your shit.
Oh yeah. Well, you heard it, guys. Maybe we're gonna do an Outside Minds field trip to the DIA, where they have portals and symbolism.
Bluecifer. I'm gonna go touch it and mock it.
Yeah.
That's what they said. You get cursed if you mock it. Shout out Freeman.
Shout out Freddie Freeman. Shout out to the Dodgers. If you guys are substitute teachers, please do
hide
not
your tattoos.
record the students. Do not wear strap-ons to school.
And don't look like them.
Yeah, don't bring Skittles for breakfast.
For a little breakfast.
Skittles and Lunchables. Yeah, we need to get those people out. I'm glad we caught that one. We took that one down. They trying to take me down. She got taken down.
Trying to take me down.
Anyways, this has been another episode of the Outside Minds podcast. Thank you guys, outsiders, for tuning in. We're going to get some merch done soon.
Hell yeah.
Once that happens, we'll let you guys know where to get it. We'll probably send some out for free to some of our loyal people. Thank you guys for coming on. You got anything else to leave them with?
No, just stay tuned and like, subscribe, comment, share, all that stuff. We're on all platforms, not just YouTube, not just Apple Music, not just Spotify. So wherever you tune in, give us a like and 5 stars, all that good stuff.
Stay tuned. Shout out to the 6G Agenda podcast. We will more than likely do another swapcast with them next week. Shout out to you guys, the listeners. Shout out to the outsiders. I am your host and creator of the Outside Minds podcast, CeeLo Free. This is the other host and creator,
.420.
and we out.
Peace.
Peace.